Yes? Think so? We don't have to worry about the top. Yeah. Can we factor? Remember, because the theorem said irreducible, meaning that we can't factor at all any further. So look at the denominator. First, how many factors do we have? 2. You're right. Now, can we factor any more with what we have? Quantity, x squared plus 4 to the second power. What does your gut say? No, then you are right. How come we can't factor any further? Because it's positive, guys. It's a sum of squares. So if it's a sum of squares, we can't factor any more. If it's a difference of squares, then can we? Yes. All right. 2 factor means how many fractions? 2. All right. 1 bar plus another bar. Denominator number 1. What should we write? X squared plus 4. Denominator number 2?
X squared plus 4 squared.
Right. Okay. Because this is, question, linear or quadratic? So that means the numerator is 1 degree less. So what would the numerator be? AX plus B. Over here, what do we want to write on the second one? Okay. Then we are going to solve for A, B, C, and D. What should we do first? Multiply each and every term by the LCDs to get, what's the purpose? To get rid of what? The denominator, right? Yep. It's easier to solve when you guys don't have fractions, okay?
CX plus D.
CX plus D? Oh, yeah, I already have B twice. Good eye. See? All right. Good eye, guys. All right. Plus 4 quantity squared. Cancel. We have x third plus x squared left. Over here, what's left? Yeah, so only one of the factors is left over, right? Then over here, last one, what's left? Or if nothing's left? Yep, so we have CX plus a dog. So next, tell us what to do. FOIL, you're right. So this is AX to what power? Third. Then AX times 4 is 4AX. BX square is the next term, and then 4B. So far, so good? Drop down your CX and your G. Okay, what do you want to do next? Based on the patterns? Yeah, probably put them together in descending order. Would you guys agree? So it's more organized. Do you have to if you're so good at seeing these things? You don't have to. But if you don't and you make some silly mistakes, then, oh, this is 4AX. Ooh, 4AX. And then we have a CX. And then we have 4B. And then we have a dog. All right, y'all. On the left side, guess what we are missing? 0x. What else? And a 0 constant. Yep. You know, you don't have to write those zeros. But then if you don't, and then you're like, oh, you know, I'm going to set my 4b plus d equal to 1. And that's not going to be right. So make sure. Next step, technically, you can write the equations right away. Right, guys? But if you are not as neat, and if you are prone to making silly mistakes, then I recommend factor down x here, and then group these constants together before you guys write your equation, okay? There are 4 equations. Devin, what's your equation number 1? One more time? I can't hear you. A equals 1. I love it. A equals 1. Yep. Emily, equation number 2. Okay, so Devin gave us the equation number 1. And remember, The leading coefficients, Emily, it's all we are using to write equation, okay? Notice how x cubed is only one term. That's only one variable, so that's why a is the only thing that's going to be the leading coefficient x cubed.
Oh, I wrote it down wrong.
Oh, okay. Yes. You guys agreed, Emily? The one and that guy, all right? Sophia's not here. Josh, third equation.
0 equals 4a plus c.
You guys agree with Josh? Yep. So 4a plus c equals 0. And then Dana, last equation. Yep. 4b plus d equals 0. This problem was super friendly. They gave it 2 out of the 4. You guys go ahead and solve for C, solve for D. Don't write it in your final answer unless you guys confirm with your team. Once you guys have confirmed, then write your partials. Confirm, write your partials, box it up. Guys, don't forget to write your partial fractions. Okay, solve A, B, C, and D. Yes. But then don't do all the hard work and then not write the answer. Eve, what did you end up with C? -4. Brayden, D?
-4.
All right. Final answer then. Brooke, what's your final answer? X plus 1 over x squared plus 4. X squared plus 4 quantity. Yep. Would you guys agree that that should be equivalent to? Some of you guys like to take out that -1 right there, which is fine. If you do a minus, would you guys agree that both now the numerator here has to be positive? Yes or no? Yeah. So that's okay to do, but you don't have to. But just be mindful of that. Okay. That's the end of the notes. Woo woo.